Hi, folks. I hope that you guys are doing pretty well. So today is Wednesday, the 2nd of July, 2025. And in today's video, I'm going to decipher for you Psalm 65, verses 1 to 13, okay? Now, this Psalm 65 is a bit of a mixed bag of many different prophecies. So some of them are for the millennial kingdom, but some are rather general, okay? So, all right, let's get right into it, okay? So, verse 1, it reads, Price whitest for thee, O God, in Zion, and unto thee shall the veil be performed. So for my commentary, I wrote down, of course, this is a millennial kingdom prophecy upon the arrival of Jesus' second coming to be the king of Israel, because it's going to be prized, okay? So this prophecy is linked to Isaiah 12:1, and it reads, and in that day thou shalt say, O Lord, I will praise thee, okay? Uh, though, though you was angry with me, thy anger is turned away, and thou comfortest me. Okay, so that anger was Jacob's trouble and signing the covenant with the Antichrist. Okay, now it's also linked to Isaiah 12:4, uh, and also he was angry because they need to believe on Jesus as well. Okay, now also Isaiah 12:4, and it reads, "And in that day shall you say, Praise the Lord." Okay, call upon His name, declare His doings among the people. Might mention that His name is exalted. Okay. And also this first one is also linked to all the other Psalms of praise, such as Psalm 111 verse 1, Psalm 112 verse 1, Psalm 113 verse 1. See also Psalm 76 verse 1, etc., etc. There are many Psalms that praise God. Okay, so that's a millennial kingdom prophecy. Now verse 2, O thou that hearest prayer, unto thee shall all flesh come. So this prophecy is linked to Psalm 99 verse 5, and it reads, Exalt you the Lord and worship at his footstool, for he is holy. Okay, so um, those that worship God, God will hear their prayers, and eventually all flesh shall come, unto God to worship him during the millennial kingdom. Okay, now it's also linked to Psalm 102 verse 1. Hear my prayer, O Lord, and let my cry come unto thee. It's also linked to Psalm 116, verse 1, and it reads, I love the Lord because he has heard my voice and my supplications, etc., etc. In other words, the prayers, okay? And unto thee shall all flesh come. Eventually, this is going to happen during the millennial kingdom, okay? Now then, verse 3. So, iniquities prevail against me, as for our transgressions, thou shalt purge them away. So, these iniquities are, of course, from my commentary here, Israel entering into Daniel's 70th week, for selling the covenant with the Antichrist and so on. Okay, so for my commentary, I got down the first part of the prophecy, iniquities prevailed against me. This is to do with Israel entering Daniel's 70th week or Jacob's trouble, as per Jeremiah 30, verse 7. Okay, but it's also linked to many other prophecies like Isaiah 28:15, for selling the covenant with the Antichrist and so on. Okay, now the second part of the prophecy, as for our transgressions, thou shalt purge them away. Now, this is, of course, God is going to purge the sins of Israel when he comes back for the millennial kingdom. Okay, so this part of the prophecy will be fulfilled upon the second coming of Jesus, when he's going to save all Israel and forgive the transgressions, according to Romans 11:26. Zephaniah 3:13, Isaiah 1:18, and Jeremiah 33 verse 8. Okay, so and Jeremiah 33 8. Then verse 4. Blessed is the man whom thou choosest and causest to approach unto thee, that he might dwell in thy courts. We shall be satisfied with the goodness of thy house, even of thy holy temple. Of course, this is going to be the fourth temple. Okay, so for my commentary, I wrote down, no, that is these prophecies for the millennial kingdom upon the return of Jesus' second coming. Not that one man, okay, like it says here, which is kind of like written in a special italic, okay. One man who will dwell or live in the court of Jesus' holy temple will be King David, whom is going to be the prince of Israel, according to Ezekiel 37:25. Also, the Levite priest, whom will serve the Lord, according to Ezekiel 48, verses 9 to 14. Perhaps even Moses and Elijah, whom are the two anointed ones that stand by the Lord of the whole earth, okay, according to Zechariah 4:14, okay. This could also include the 12 apostles, whom, according to Matthew 19:28, it reads, "Verily I say unto you, that you which have followed me in the regeneration, in other words, in the millennial kingdom, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, you also shall sit upon the 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel." Okay. Now, verse 5. By terrible things in righteousness will thou answer us, O God of our salvation, who art the confidence of all the ends of the earth, and of them that are afar off upon the sea. So, for my commentary here, I wrote down in the part that says terrible things in righteousness will thou answer us. This part of the prophecy is about God answering Israel by Daniel's 70th week, okay, or Chaikov's travel, as per Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. So this is a part. So this is in part, rather, sorry, because Israel signed a covenant with the Antichrist, as per Daniel 9:27 and Isaiah 28:15. That's why God is going to, uh, you know, answer Israel, with terrible things. Okay, in other words, Daniel's 70th week. And also because Israel needs to realize once and for all that Jesus is the Messiah, so they have to go through a trial period, in order that they might call upon Jesus. Okay. The part of the prophecy which reads, "Who art the confidence of all the ends of the earth, and of them that are afar off upon the sea." I wrote down this part of the prophecy is perhaps best linked to Isaiah 41, verses 5 and 6. And on verse 5, it reads, "The isles saw it and feared, the ends of the earth were afraid, draw near and and came." Okay, so drew near and came, like you see, and of them that are afar off upon the sea. Okay, uh, and it says here, "Who are the confidence of all the ends of the earth," and so on. And then on verse 6 it reads, "They help everyone his neighbor, and everyone said to his brother, be of good courage." So I think that Isaiah 41 verses 5 and 6 best summarize, this part of the prophecy, who are the confidence of all the ends of the earth. So, the isles saw it and feared, the ends of the earth were afraid and drew near and came. Okay, so they are coming to Jesus for the millennial kingdom. Now, verse 6, "Which by his strength setteth fast the mountains, being girded with power." So this verse is perhaps best linked to Psalm 144, verse 5, and it reads, uh, bow, thy, bow thy heavens, O Lord, and came down, touch the mountains, and they shall smoke. Okay, so see also Isaiah 64, verses 1 to 3. Okay, so this is just kind of like a general prophecy verse, if you like. Now, verse 7, "Which stilleth the noise of the seas, the noise of the wives, and the tumult of the people." So, for my commentary here, one example of this prophecy is when Jesus calmed the storm. Remember, according to Luke 8, verses 22 to 25, and in Luke 8:25 it reads, "What manner of man is this? For he commandeth even the winds and water, and they obey him." Okay, so remember when Jesus calmed the storm. All right, then, verse 8, "They also that dwell in the uttermost parts are afraid at thy tokens." In other words, the power of God, if you like. "Thou makest the goings of the morning and evening to rejoice." So this verse is linked to Psalm 96:10, and it reads, "Say among the heathen that the Lord reigneth. Okay. The wall also shall be established, that it shall not be moved. He shall judge the people righteously. Okay. And that's because, they also that dwell in the animals part of the earth are afraid of thy tokens. Okay. So they are a little bit afraid of God, but in Psalm 26, verse 10, it says, saying, hey, among the heathen, the Lord will reign, and they also, and the Lord, and the wall also shall be established, okay, and it shall not be moved, because Jesus is going to judge righteously. So this is a millennial kingdom prophecy upon Jesus' second coming. It's also linked to Psalm 98, verse 4, and it reads, make a joyful noise unto the Lord, all the earth, make a loud noise, and rejoice and sing praise. So people don't have to worry about it. Just have faith and make a joyful noise unto the Lord, all the earth. Okay, just to praise Jesus. Now, generally speaking, then the last few verses, verses 9 to 13, prophecies about the restoration of the earth upon Jesus' second coming. For example, in Isaiah 11, verses 6 and 8, and on verse 7 of this Isaiah 11, it reads, and the cow and the bear shall feed, the young ones shall lie down together, and the lamb shall eat straw like an ox. So this is a time when Jesus is going to lift up the curse from the earth that has been around since the time that Adam and Eve sinned against God in Genesis. See also Isaiah 66 verse 25, okay? Now further commentary of particular interest on verse 9, okay, of this Psalm 65, it reads, uh, the dog greatly enriches us with the river of God. Okay, so in verse 9 it says this, dog greatly enriches with the river of God. And I thought that it was quite interesting. And so for this verse, I wrote down this verse could well be linked to Ezekiel 47, verse 12. And it reads, and by the river upon the bank thereof on this side and on that side shall grow all trees for meat, whose leaf shall not fade, neither shall the fruit thereof be consumed. It shall bring forth new fruit according to his month, because the waters they issue out of the sanctuary. Okay, in other words, the river of God, and the fruit thereof shall be for meat, and the leaf thereof for medicine. Okay, so I thought that was actually quite interesting. This bit here on verse 9. All right, folks, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you all later.